Happy Tuesday, coming to you from a very sunny little spot. Well, it's sunny outside, and I've got all my colours of the rainbow on today because, well, what better way to cheer yourself up? Good morning, Ralph. How are you? Hope you are well. Feel free to go hello, comment at the bottom so we know what's happening and who's watching. Hey Ali, good morning, hope you're well. All about the kindness today. Good morning Heather, hope you're good. Yeah, we're going to do a lot of chat about kindness today and do a little practice on kindness for ourselves and everybody else, because that is the theme of this week. If anybody is in a job, luckily enough to be working at the moment, then the theme for Mental Health Awareness Week is kindness. So, I love hello, rainbows and love hearts. All good. Yeah, comment below, say hello. It's always nice to see who's watching, and yeah, say hi. All good, just back from a walk and ready for a spot of mindfulness. Oh, I know, you picked the right time to go for a walk. It was absolutely roasting a minute ago in the garden. It was like the sun was, somebody said it was going to be hotter than Ibiza. Maybe not in Stirling, but you never know. So yeah, say hi. It's nice to see what everybody's doing this morning on this Tranceform Tuesday. Totally stole that. That's my new Tuesday, Tranceform Tuesday. And hopefully we can continue to just bring you some free mindfulness every Tuesday. Hey Jackie, welcome. Nice to see you on the live. So glad you could make it. So today's theme is all about kindness, so let's all be kind to each other on here. Hey Audra, it's nice to see so many people pop on today. And the thing is, if you pop in and pop out, that's okay. Hi Claire, that's alright too. If you watch it later, that's fine as well. But if you do watch it later, put some comments in there just so I know what you're up to and what you're doing. It'd be really nice to see how everybody's getting on with their practice. So today I'm going to be really, really nice to you and give you a lovely session on kindness. And it kind of came up to I was looking at all the stuff to do with Mental Health Awareness Week. And one of the things that popped up was Speak Your Mind. And if anybody saw my Tranceform Instagram story yesterday about being really honest with how you're feeling, it's about speaking your mind and not needing anybody to fix it, change it, or worry about it. I'm just going to say hi. Hi Claire, hi Cookie, hi Jane, really nice to see you. Lorna, hello. Oh, Marc-Andre, all the way from France. Thank you. I love my jumper too. It's a bit of sunshine in our lives today. I was feeling really rubbish yesterday, and the only way sometimes for me to get back to normal is one, to go for a walk and feel nature again, and the other thing is to wear super bright colours, kind of like children's TV presenter-esque. It really cheers me up and it gives my husband a laugh, so why not? Hello Lorraine, welcome. So today we're talking about kindness, and for any of you that look at all the stuff that's out there, you might have heard of Dr. David Hamilton, who lives in sunny Dunblane. So near us, he's a super guy. I've met him, I've been lucky enough to meet him. He's also a friend of a friend, and his books are awesome, and he writes all about kindness. And what he has been doing recently with kindness is talking about the fact that kindness is so contagious. Just like this horrible virus that we're shielding ourselves from, how about we spread a bit of kindness? Because if I'm kind to you guys today, for every person on this say a call, it's not a call, on this Facebook Live, but if everybody on this Facebook Live goes away today and is a little bit kinder to someone else, then that's how it's contagious. We're spreading a bit of kindness, spreading a bit of love. And given that is the theme for Mental Health Week at work today, I thought we would just have a little chance to catch up with our own self and figure out how whether we're feeling okay. There's this other thing that I've heard about, which is called Ask Twice. And what we do at the beginning of this session, and we're going to do it in a minute, is to find out, just to check in and find out how we're doing. And being really honest with ourselves, because we don't often get that opportunity. And if we're working or speaking to anybody at the moment, we might say, hey, how you doing? And quite often it's the habitual response that I'm fine, I'm good, that comes back at us. But sometimes we might be thinking, I'm not good actually, I'm pretty rubbish, I'm average. And it's become a greeting rather than, it's become a hello rather than a, how are you actually? How are you really? So I want to challenge us this week to maybe ask that question twice. So we're going to do it with ourselves, but when we meet people, if we say, how are you doing? And they say, yeah, I'm good, fine, thanks. I'll go, that's great, but is that how you are actually feeling? Are you okay? So just checking in twice, ask twice, to notice if people are okay. And spending some time with them to listen. You don't have to fix it, you don't have to change it for them, but just to say that you're here for people is probably the kindest thing you can do. So with that in mind, let's do a little check-in, shall we? And you don't have to know anything about mindfulness to do your check-in. All you do is bring yourself to a nice comfortable position, whether you're sitting at your desk, sitting on your floor, lying in the garden, wherever you are. Find that nice comfortable position. And then bring your eyes to closed. And take a nice long deep breath in. Breathing all the way in to the bottom of your lungs, and then breathing all the way out, nice and long and slow. And we just take a few moments to take some deep breaths and really to arrive wherever we are. So finding that time to settle, that all that means is finding some time to come to peace, to come to rest, to allow things just to fall into place a little. So taking some nice deep breaths will slow everything down. Bringing our eyes to close just allows us to come inward for a little bit. And then what we might do is just drop that question into our mind. How do I feel in this current moment? Right now in this session? And I want you to notice if you can find a word or a phrase that just sums up exactly how you might be feeling right now. And notice if you also respond to that question in a habitual way, if it's the same answer that comes up for you, or whether you can explore that a little and ask twice. Is that how I'm really feeling? And notice if we're searching for the positive word and whether we're resisting a negative word, knowing that nobody's judging us on that word that comes up. Nobody's asking us. So let's be totally honest with ourselves in this moment. How am I doing? Just right in this moment. And then on the next in-breath and the next out-breath, we're just going to let that go. We're going to let that go and turn towards our physical body. So we're going to feel the weight of our body here. Perhaps even taking a moment to notice if we're holding on to the body. So let's just let gravity do its job. Allow everything to feel heavy. Allow everything to feel like it can let go. So that means for all of us, letting go of our tummies. Nobody's watching, so you're all right. And then just feeling into your body and noticing how your body feels. And maybe finding a word or a phrase that resonates with how you physically feel today. You might have been doing a lot of exercise or activity, or you might have been stuck at your desk all morning. You might have had a really disrupted sleep, so just noticing how physically you feel. And maybe noticing if you can find a word or a phrase that sums up that body for you. Not judging it, not checking in with the story, just exactly how it feels, describing itself to you. And noticing any tension or pain that might be here in the body. Not doing anything about it just now, maybe making a note to do something about it later. Allowing yourself to be kind to your body, maybe giving yourself a little massage later or a stretch. but also noticing in the body where there's any lightness or any areas that feel pretty good actually. Noticing that in the body too. So we've now checked in with our body and our mind, and we've asked ourselves twice how we're doing really. And that's been a moment of practice that we can let go. So we're going to take a nice long deep breath in, breathing all the way in and all the way out, nice and long and slow. And then very gently bringing your eyes back to open and back to the space. Well done everybody, and apologies because my washing machine's on in the background and I'm hoping it's not disrupting you too much and that you can really just hear me. Yeah, being kind to yourself. How did that feel, just to explore your body first and foremost, and just maybe taking note of what came up there for you, but also noticing that's a moment that's passed, so we can move on to the next moment. And in the same way, if something maybe a bit sticky came up for you there, or something a bit sticky's come up with you in the last week or so, maybe just noticing that that can pass. And yesterday I had a really bad day, like a really write-off day. And it wasn't till in the evening time I took myself for a walk in nature, listened to some of the birds, stood in the river, had a really lovely walk actually, and realised that it wasn't how my day was, it was how I responded to that stuck day was the problem. So instead of me saying, okay, what could I do to get out of this stickiness? What do I know would nourish me and enjoy? And I know for a fact that singing and dancing and putting on my music really loud sorts me out. I know going for a walk in nature sorts me out. I know that having a nice cup of tea pretty much sorts me out, and having probably a biscuit too sorts me out. But instead of doing any of those things yesterday, I just went, nah, you're all right, I'm stuck. So even some of us that practice really, really hard at this stuff, we have really bad days. So I just wanted to acknowledge that. But I also noticed by yesterday, by pushing myself through that and getting unstuck and going for my walk, sorted my head out. So maybe making a note of activities that you can be kind to yourself, that you know that are going to get you out sort of some of those sticky patches, and making sure you do them. The other thing is for me to create a new routine for myself today. Routine has gone right out the window, so I'm going back over all ground. Everybody knows it, everybody's hearing it on the radio. Routine, 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 create a routine. And I found one again, so I'm feeling a lot better today. I've been kind to myself about it. I've not given myself a hard time today and said, I'm totally rubbish at this mindfulness thing. How could you not pull yourself out of things yesterday? Well, here's a secret. I'm also human. And sometimes we just can't get unstuck. And if I've got all the tools and all the practice and all the years of meditation behind me, if I can't get unstuck one day, I'm human. I'm human, and that's okay. So I learned a lot yesterday, and I'm going to be kind to myself today. So with that in mind, I want to do a meditation today to maybe reflect on how kind we have been, because I notice even in these difficult, sticky times that it's quite difficult to be kind to others at times when we're feeling everything. So it's kind of all like centered around us and how we're feeling. And what we can do is turn our kindness outwards to other people. We can, with compassion, understand how they feel, and therefore that takes a bit of the weight off actually. If we are all stuck with this feeling, by sharing it and being compassionate with others and kind to others, we know people are going through the same thing. So there's that feeling of community there. So we're going to do a little reflective practice on kindness, and then we're going to finish with loving kindness, which is an amazing practice that we've probably talked about before, and I'm probably repeating myself now, but it's one of the most researched meditations in the world, and it actually decreases your blood pressure, lessens the hardening of your arteries. So from a physical benefit, it's fab. But I promise you, if you're kind in this loving kindness practice, we will start sharing that thought with others. We'll start sharing those thoughts with people that are nearest and dearest to us. We might even go so far as sharing those lovely loving kindness practices with those that are sticky and difficult, but that's a tough one, but we'll get there. So we will do that today in our practice. Hopefully that sounds okay. Does anybody have any questions before we begin? I will guide you through the whole thing. All I ask is you get nice and comfy. So the important things, certainly if you're new to this, the important things is that you find a comfortable position. Nothing worse than sitting for your practice and being really uncomfortable. Get cozy, because sometimes when we sit still then we get really cold. So find a blanket, get nice and cozy. You can always have a cup of tea. And let's give this lovely practice a go and hopefully leave you feeling all warm and sunshiny, just like my rainbow jumper. Okay, so finding that comfortable posture. Now I invite you to bring your eyes to close. You don't have to if that's not any use to you. If you want to, you can have your eyes at a soft gaze, maybe about 2 foot in front of you, let your eyes go hazy, or you can maybe bring your eyes to close and keep through your eyelashes. That's sometimes a nice one too. So let's give it a go. So bringing your eyes to close and beginning by taking a nice long deep breath in, breathing all the way in and all the way out. Knowing that the in-breath will always follow the out-breath. And we might just want to recall to mind our motivation for coming and joining this Facebook Live today. Whatever it is that pushed us to come along, to stay, to do the practice. Why are we here? And then letting that thought pass. And our intention today is to cultivate love and kindness. So we're going to begin by breathing in nice and long and slow. And I want you to notice if you can lengthen your breath in your body a wee bit. So what do I mean by that? Just lengthening the breath, allowing the breath to feel a little bit deeper, a bit longer, and breathing all the way out. So just taking maybe 6 or 7 breaths in and out, but noticing if you can slow them down, allowing them to be longer and slower, lengthening them in the body. And allowing your mind just to settle with the breath. So what that means is just allowing your mind to pay attention, to focus on the breath. And if thoughts arise, knowing that that's okay, that we're normal human beings with thoughts that arise, but maybe gently inviting the mind to come back to the breath, the rise and fall, the in and the out. And then I want you to notice your body wherever you are, wherever you're sitting for your practice, whether you're on a chair or a cushion, or whether you're lying on the ground. Notice the parts of your body that meet whatever you're sitting on or lying on. And maybe noticing the effect that gravity has on your body and where you feel the heaviest. Maybe feeling the full weight of your body if you can let go of tension. Notice if you can soften through your shoulders. Maybe you can relax your shoulders, allowing them to drop away from the ears. Your arms and hands can relax and soften. There's no need for tension here. But maybe we can think about having some length through the spine, so straightening the spine a little. And if we're sitting, maybe allowing the top of the head to be drawn towards the ceiling. So we feel heavy, supported by the ground, supported by the earth, but length through the spine, so we can breathe nice and deeply. And we might even feel at this point that our body and our mind begins to rest. Nothing to do, nowhere else to be, just here in our practice of meditation. Just here, breathing in and breathing out, sitting in our space. I'm just going to drop some thoughts into your mind And maybe you can reflect on some of these questions. In what way can I practice kindness? What kind things could I do today? And maybe if it's hard to think of a few, maybe we could pick one. What kind thing could I make my intention today? And thinking about the word kindness, what does kindness mean to me? It might mean different things to different people. So making sure that it's true to you and it's something that you want to do. And maybe thinking about a way that you could have felt kindness in a particular situation recently. Maybe there was a way that we acted that wasn't kind. And could we have changed that? And is it possible when we're in a situation to pause, to take a breath in and a breath out, to reframe and to see the kindness or to see the way to be kind? Can I be kinder to myself? Are you giving yourself a hard time? Maybe about something or a lot of things. But can you make the intention today to be kinder to yourself? And you might set the intention in a way that we do with an affirmation. And it may say, may I be kind to myself. May I be kind to myself. May I be kind to myself. I want you to bring to mind somebody in your world now, in your practice, that you can visualize fairly easily. Someone that you might even say that you really care for, that you really love. Someone that's easy to think about. Whoever they are in your world, bring them to mind and see if you can see them now in your space. And what we're going to do is send some kindness to them. And I'm going to give you the words, and I want you to repeat them in your own mind, in your own voice. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be at peace. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. Thinking fondly of that person, and we've sent them loving kindness and good thoughts to them. And then maybe taking a moment to, with a smile, let their image fade for a second. Taking a nice long deep breath in, breathing all the way in and all the way out, nice and long and slow. And then maybe bringing to mind somebody in your world, somebody that you might not even know their name. Somebody like the postman or your neighbour, somebody that you don't know too well. But we're going to send them the same loving kindness, the same thoughts. So find that image in your mind of them now. Bring them to mind, and I'm going to give you the words, and if you can repeat the same words internally in your own voice, sending the loving kindness thoughts to them. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. Taking a nice deep breath in, breathing all the way in and all the way out, nice and long and slow. Maybe with a smile, holding their image there for a moment and then allowing them to drift off, to come back to your breath. And then we're going to bring to mind ourselves. And this might be the hardest thing to do, to send our own loving kindness thoughts to ourselves and to really feel them. So on the next in-breath and the next out-breath, I'm going to give you the words, and in your own voice, bringing them into your own mind. May I be well. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be at peace. May I be well. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be at peace. May I be well. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be at peace. Maybe with a smile you can feel some warmth in your own body and feel some kindness for yourself. And just to add to that, we might place a hand over our heart. We might place the other hand on top, and we can feel the warmth of our own touch here as it's comforting our body. And we can breathe into this space, breathing all the way in and all the way out. And maybe just doing that 2 or 3 times to feel the physical feeling of your own body breathing in and breathing out, and feeling the warmth of your hand upon the other and your warmth of your hands upon your chest. And as we move towards the end of this practice, I want you to notice the kindness and how it makes you feel just by being kind to others and kind to yourself. Noticing anything at all in your body. And maybe making the intention today to go with kindness and to repeat the practice however many times you think you need it. So as we come towards the end now, breathing all the way in and all the way out 3 times, nice and long and slow, knowing that the inhale will always follow the exhale. Very slowly and gently, maybe allowing your eyes to open back to the light, stretching and moving the body in any way that feels good. Coming back to the session. Well done, everybody. And thank you for your patience, because I don't know how much you can hear of my washing machine going, but it was. So thank you for your patience. And if the distraction was there, then my apologies, and hopefully you can practice that practice again later today, and I can put the words up for you if you like. It's a dead easy one. And I suppose just a little thought before we finish up. This idea of hand on heart, hand on the other, or even stroking your own hand or giving yourself a little rub like you would if you were holding somebody's hand in need, is so powerful. The same chemical reactions, the same feelings will happen in your body. That cared for tendency. Oh, thank you, Jackie. I didn't hear it at all. God, what a disaster. We can laugh in mindfulness. So if you can find time to do that when you're struggling, especially, and speak to yourself as you would speak to a friend, and kind of like, you're okay, everything's okay, and allowing yourself a bit of touch, compassionate touch, is really kind to do as well. Claire said that was lovely and couldn't hear the washing machine. Whew. Good. Well, I was almost going to laugh out loud in that practice because the washing machine was going. So there's a bit of kindness in that I didn't disrupt your practice. I hope you enjoyed that. There's some lovely comments coming through that you did, and it's one of the nicest practices you could do, because I promise you, after practicing that just now, you will go into your world, and whoever you encounter, you will be a bit kinder. And if those were the people that you brought to mind today, you will probably smile at them. You don't even need to tell them you did anything to them, but you probably will smile at them and say, I gave you some love and kindness today. I do it with my postie all the time. He must think I'm totally bonkers, but I'm always like, yep, you got my love and kindness today. So it's nice to hear just what I needed. Nice to hear that, Lorraine. I'm glad. And Jess, wonderful practice. Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you for joining me. Otherwise, why would I be doing this? Why would I come on here at 11:30 if nobody joined me? So thank you so much for joining me. Lorna, that was fab. Thank you so much. You are very welcome. And I just hope that you take the kindness into your day and share it with others if you wish. And yeah, look for acts of kindness, do lots of them, and have a lovely Tuesday. Have a super one.